Yes, now ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas Rans YouTube channel. Ignore this little light down here, I've got a little mini heater going on, the boiler's broke, it's fucking cold. Because it's the start of the year, it's January, and I have been meaning to make this video for a week now, and I'm sorry it's took this long. We should not be this far into 2026, I mean we're only 11 days in, but we should not be this far into 2026. Still talking about 2025. Today, I am giving you my match of the year. If you remember a week ago, I gave you my WWE Superstar of the Year. That was a lot easier to kind of fathom. But for match of the year, I really wanted to go through and watch all the big matches and get my verdict. And that's what's took me so long. I've not watched them all. I'm sorry, I've just not had the chance. Or maybe I have and I haven't executed on it. There's a lot of good matches this year, you know. So some of them I'll have to go off pure memory, but I think my winner was the one that I did watch, and I don't think anything's going to beat it. And I'll be honest, it did come very close. So before I reveal my winner, I need to give some honourable mentions. Let's go from the start here. I mean, honourable mentions, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes in their ladder match. What a feud, what a match, how memorable that match was. Like, Kevin Owens went out on 2 great matches before his neck injury. If this was the last time we ever seen him wrestle, because that ladder match with Cody Rhodes and then that No Holds Barred with Sami Zayn, fantastic. Yeah, was it even No Holds Barred? I think it was. And it was an unsanctioned match, that's what it was. Fantastic matches. Not match of the year, unfortunately, but, you know, the stipulations were there. The Men's Royal Rumble was pretty good. I mean, star power, that was the most star power we've ever had in a Rumble. Maybe ever, but maybe in probably quite a while. Surprise winner, which at the time I was mad because, like, of all the names in there, Punk, Rollins, Reigns, Cena, and then Jey Uso won. I was mad at the time, but looking back, it's actually genius. It's a perfect way to propel a star into that top level that you really want them to be. And a surprise winner is really what we always want. With a match as big as that, you shouldn't be able to predict the winner. So that was pretty decent. Men's Elimination Chamber, Women's Elimination Chamber deserve massive credit. Great matches. And then the heel turn John Cena gave after winning the Elimination Chamber match. Amazing. The way Seth Rollins attacked Punk to help him lose the Chamber, which set up their feud for Mania. Fantastic. Speaking of Mania, right? My match of the year, I'll give you a clue, is, well, 2 of them. My 2 matches of the year, but I'm not... I could go men's and women's, but I've kind of went overall. One... I was stuck between 2 of them, but I had to pick one. And one is a men's and one is a women's, ironically. Backlash. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, there was not a lot of spots. Lyra retained. What was good about this? They wrestled technically. They mat wrestled. And they did it in a way that made it exciting, which a lot of people think high-flying and big, massive spots are the way you do that. They showed you can make technical wrestling look fast-paced and exciting, and it was, and I commend them massively for that as well. Their match that they had at Evolution, including Bayley, fantastic, fan-fucking-tastic match. Becky deserves all the credit for her ring work as a character, you know, like the way she sells other people, the way she sells herself as a character. Lyra deserves credit for her in-ring abilities. Bayley deserves credit for the chemistry she can put on with people. Cena and Orton, for 2 men who are nearly 50, have been in this industry so long, had such a good match, and I think it's down to the pure match chemistry they have. Them guys have had over 200 matches against each other in their lifetime, I'm pretty sure, which is mental. I'm pretty sure, like, they'll probably know each other in and out now because of that. And that was amazing to see that match, to be honest. We had the Night Champions, Cena and Punk. That was a hell of a match. Like, again, 2 men nearly in their 50s to put on a match that good. I was really shocked. But at the same time, I'm really happy with it. After Mania, the triple threat match between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and Street Profits it was a triple threat. It was either a TLC or it was a ladder match, but like for the tag team titles, impeccable match. That was up there on that list. It was up there, certainly. Well, if we're talking tag team matches, SummerSlam, 6-man TLC, the Wyatt 6 current champions, Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, and then they had a team of Andrade and Rey Fenix, which added massively. That is a very, very good match. As well as Cena Cody. That, for me, is in top 5 matches, maybe even top 3. That might be my third option. Especially with how the Mania match went. For Cena to turn back face and have that match, it was arguably, in my opinion, Cena's best performance ever in his career. Genuinely. Like, that's how I felt about that match. Like, and I know it was a lot of hyped up spots, like big kickouts, and they went to the outside and hit a lot of big moves. But like the power, the resilience, how long they went, Cena really impressed me. And obviously Cody did, but like, obviously it didn't have that back and forth, like, look how impressive this wrestling is. It was just a really cool match. And Cody winning it really put a downer on it for me. Especially with how much Cena hit him with. It was mental to kick out of all that, in my opinion. And on the topic of Cena Logan Paul was incredible, which is saying something because Logan Paul is still not all the way there. Very good as an in-ring performer, but not on the level of experience as Cena's other opponents, and yet he put on arguably a better performance than a lot of them. And the same with AJ Styles. We know that's never going to disappoint. These guys, Cena and Styles, have had 4 singles matches in their lifetime. No, 5, and Cena's 3 and 2, which is mental because the first 2 they had, AJ Styles won. We thought Cena would never beat Styles. Then he beat him at the Royal Rumble to become 16-time world champ. Beat him on a random episode of SmackDown in 2018 when he was chasing him for the WWE title. And now he's beat him for the 3rd time, 3 and 1 for Cena. And AJ Styles came out in his TNA kit, and they did lots of tributes to other superstars. It was a fantastic match. If I had to, in my own little subcategory, rank John Cena's matches in the year, top 5, I mean 5, I'm going Cena Randy Orton. 4, I'm probably going Cena Logan Paul. 3, I'm going Cena CM Punk. 2, I'm probably going Cena AJ Styles. And then, well, actually, no, I might swap Styles and Punk around. I was just so impressed with how Cena and Punk actually went. And then 1, it would be Cena Cody the 2nd time at SummerSlam. And again, SummerSlam, Punk, Gunther, what a match that was. Yes, Punk did get beat up the whole time, and it was one of those traditional matches where, like, the heel is winning the whole time, and the babyface comes back and wins it. But it's how brutal Gunther was being. He wasn't holding back. It looked like a legit beatdown. And Punk obviously had to earn his flowers in that match, and he did. And if that was just it, that would be like, it was cool, but Gunther did just beat his ass the whole time, and he came back and win. But then he added cash-in at the end when we all thought Seth was legitimately injured, and then he drops the crutches and runs down and cashes in. Chef's kiss, you know? That SummerSlam was amazing, especially having Brock Lesnar come back after Cena's match. We didn't expect Brock Lesnar to come back, which is mental. Another SummerSlam match, Naomi, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, triple threat match for the women's world title. Incredible match. Not the best one though, but incredible match. And that's off the back of Evolution, where another runner-up, another top 5, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, one-on-one at Evolution, and no one won because out came Naomi to cash in, and no one somehow seen this coming. No one seen this coming because we all thought she was going to cash in on Tiffany and Jade Cargill and stuff like that for the Undisputed WWE Women's Championship. And that was a nearly 10 out of 10 match for me. That was amazing. Deserves credit also. And as we get to the back end of the year, I think I've named pretty much all of them that deserve to be in the conversation for match of the year. And that brings us down to 2, and you probably already know what these 2 are. There's a men's one and a women's one. We're talking main event night 1, Mania. We have Punk, Reigns, Rollins. 3 amazing names to be in a match. Veterans, dare I say, legends, absolutely future Hall of Famers. The chemistry they had in that match was amazing. The storytelling they did was amazing. And then we have Rhea, Io, Bianca, opener of night 2. And I've said it the whole year. Every time we have a triple threat match, it slaps. There is no such thing as a bad triple threat match. It can't happen. Triple threat matches is like the cheat code to a good match because there's not equal numbers there, right? Someone has to interrupt something. So we're going to be mid-move and someone's going to interrupt. We're going to either get something crazy or we're going to get a cool sequence. And you're talking about two completely different contrasting matches. I mean, one was a competitive match between three people who were all baby faces, but were competitive over the one thing. And then you had two where Reigns was a bit on both sides. Punk was the babyface, Rollins was the heel because he was sick of both of them. We had Paul Heyman. He had to come out with CM Punk as part of CM Punk's deal, and he had a hell of an entrance. And then when Paul had to choose between Roman and Punk, he picked Punk, but Psych turned on Punk for making him choose between him and Roman. So then Roman Reigns is all confident that Paul's on his side, and then Paul turns on Roman for treating him how he always has, for getting mad at him for doing this favour for CM Punk. Both Punk and Reigns put Paul in such a difficult position that he ended up turning on them both. One's his best friend, one is one of his most successful clients of all time, and he sides with Seth Rollins, and not just here, I'm on your side now, I'll work with you, I'll help you. Seth knew it all along. He made the master plan, and he didn't even have to turn around. All he had to do was put his hand out. Paul put the chair in his hand and helped to win the match. Storytelling was perfect. The match was incredible. The way Roman Reigns was angry that whole match because Seth has haunted him his whole career. CM Punk is trying to take Paul Heyman away from him after he's come back from the company and tried to steal the spotlight as well. And the way Reigns went beast mode in that match and beat the shit out of two of them, put them through the tables. At some point, I genuinely believe Roman was going to win. And the way Punk really wanted this win because it was his main event at WrestleMania, and Rollins was just, again, outshadowed. It was like he was in the background because Reigns and Punk were just going at it all the time, egomaniacs. And Seth just outsmarted them and got the win. It was perfect. But then again, Io, Rhea, Bianca, again, sort of similar. Io was in the background, even as the world champion, because Rhea and Bianca were so competitive over each other because they're two powerhouses, they're two big stars, they both want the women's world title, and Bianca's pissed because Rhea's got in Bianca's #1 shot. She won a chamber to earn a one-on-one shot at the world title. However, because of Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley lost that world title. We could have had the one-on-one match. So now at WrestleMania, Bianca wants the shot she's earned, and Rhea wants her rematch that for the match that should have went her way anyway. So they're blaming each other for this instead of both chasing after the thing that they're after in the first place anyway. And that's where Io Sky is able to capitalize and win that match. And again, the wrestling, the sequences, the spots, amazing. So between them, I was really torn because we're talking like a 9.9 out of 10 versus a 9.99 out of 10. Like, it is unearthly close, but I had to pick one. And I picked this one purely because they did this again and again. They put on Match of the Year again and again, and this particular match, considering it was opening up the show, it didn't have all the spotlight, like, ending the show. My Match of the Year goes to Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair WrestleMania, and that's probably everyone's Match of the Year, I'll be honest. Everyone's been saying it the whole year, but sometimes things are just that obvious and that true, and it's not like it's the only answer. I've just reeled off loads of matches that are in the conversation, but I think this one has to be. And for how many good matches we've got out of the women's division this year, they deserve to get the win. But if you want to sit there and categorise it as men's and women's, well, there's your men's #1, Rollins, Punk and Reigns, and there's your women's #1, Rhea, Bianca, Io. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry this video took so long. I've got one more video about 2025 to make, and it is not WWE related. I will be going through all my top songs of 2025. I will bring music back to this channel, so tune in for that. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought was Match of the Year in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.